Hey folks, Gizmo here. It's been a while since I streamed some DayZ. I have been playing a few other games, but this game is still pretty much taking up the majority of my gaming time. I'm just wandering around right now, so me and my, I guess, squad, we have a base, and I'm just trying to find some barrels. I'm going to carry some barrels back to the base if I can, hopefully take them clear across the map. We do have a car, but we're just missing one wheel now because the wheel just kind of glitched and vanished, so that's fun. So soon we'll be able to like just wander around, but our base, our storage in our base is filled up, so I'm just going to wander around and try to find a barrel, and if I do, I will start making my way over to the base. I'm just kind of wandering around. I don't even know where at the minute. Just kind of staying off the main road. But yeah, one thing I will not be doing, because people always ask me what server I'm in, I'm not going to be showing what server I'm in now that I actually play with a squad. Because if I do kind of make my way back to the base, I probably won't even show where the base is, just in case someone figures out the server. For me, I don't care, but if everyone else is putting in effort to build this base up, I do not want someone just happening to find it because they've seen my stream. So I won't be sharing any info on what server I'm on and where the base is, just in case. But other than that, yeah, I'm just trying to find a barrel or something else that I can... I don't think I can use anything else, can I? One sec, I'm just grabbing a drink. Okay. So yeah, we have a base. It's not huge at the minute. I think it's just mainly a tent and a few other little camping bits around the outside. But I don't even know where I am, you know. I went off wandering earlier. I made sure that I was a decent distance away from the base before I started streaming, so that if anybody, because I have like been in this server before, so I'm just covering my tracks kind of thing, really. Eat food. I'm good at the minute. I've got enough food for a while, so I'll just eat a whole steak in a minute once it starts to go red. There's no point in eating half of something and then still taking up the same amount of space. Not sure how much space I've got, to be fair. So I'm starting to I got a lot of mosing rounds. In fact, I will just eat a quick steak while I'm wandering around here. Still have no clue where I am. I think I'm somewhere north, maybe west, northwest. I did find a barrel by the airfield, but for some reason it would not let me pick it up. I think I had too much stuff, so I stored a bunch of stuff back at the camp. In fact, let's quickly see. Let's store everything I can in my combat backpack. Oh, there we go. Pretty much everything apart from just some rounds there. Okay. So yeah, I should be able to carry a barrel now. Of course, I am going to have to carry it in my arms all the way to the base, which is just, yeah. I've been walking for about 20 minutes now. north, and I just found this road, so I thought I'd follow the road, and now I'm on the train tracks. But just seeing what's around. But I haven't really seen anyone for a few days. Got into a fight. That could be, if you can't hear them, there could be an issue with anything really. Like, there's a lot of issues that could be. Your headset could be broken. But then again, you said you've tried 3 headsets. It could be a NAT issue. Try resetting your console, resetting your router. Sometimes if my NAT just randomly decides to go strict, I can't hear anyone apart from like a few friends. And oh, hello, there's a castle there. Damn, I've not seen, I don't know if I've seen that castle before, but I'm gonna go check it out and hope I don't die. But I don't, the one thing I don't do is, because obviously we're storing a lot of stuff in our base, the one thing I don't do is take stuff from there. I'm not sure if it's getting dark or getting light. I will be logging off once it gets night time because I don't want to risk it. It's just, like everyone else in the squad can see relatively well at night, but I chose obviously to get a 4K TV, which makes all the dark colours a lot darker, so at night time I can see nothing, literally nothing. So I will be jumping off at night. But yeah, try it out. It might work, it might not. But yeah, in all fairness, actually the game has bugged out a few times for me before, where I can only hear certain people. Other people in the game can hear everyone, but then I can't hear certain people. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game is a hell of a lot of fun, but there are a lot of bugs in it. I'll drop something for a friend to pick up and they won't be able to see it, or things like that. For some reason, it's like there's like a sync issue between players sometimes, so certain players can't be heard. Sometimes you can be holding a weapon and certain players can see it and other players can't, so there always seems to be like little issues like that. And the same thing with being able to hear people. Like, occasionally people will say that I'm not talking when I am, and then other people can hear me. So again, it might be the NAT issue, it might just be the game, and I think some things like that can be fixed if you just relog, so that's definitely something else to try. But let's see. Now, I don't want to fall off this cliff or anything, but I kind of want to see if I can. I don't think I'm just going to be able to go in through here. I reckon I could leave through this exit, but I don't think I can get in from around here. I'm going to have to find another way in. I don't actually know where I am in respects to the map. I know there's a castle on the map, but that's like far on the east side, and I think I'm west. Like, I might not be, I don't know. I think I'm somewhere towards the west, so I'm just gonna push around to try and okay, so I just got a message from one of my squad mates. He is actually in the game now, so I've messaged him and told him I'm running around. We all have like ready orange armbands, so it's pretty easy to distinguish each other. But then other people can wear red armbands, so you never know. Yeah, tie them up and put the stuff in their inventory. Yeah, we do that now. Like, that's what we were doing yesterday. Yesterday, my Mosin just vanished. The tent was glitching, like at our base, and I'd stored my Mosin in there, and I just couldn't get it out. So one of the squad mates had to get it out and then like give it back to me, which they had to do by tying me up. It's like just those little bugs. Like they don't make the game terrible. I mean, the game is still fun, but it's just kind of, it just gets a tad monotonous, kind of just doing the same, like, oh, here we go, I can't see it, right, I'm gonna have to get tied up now, and someone's gonna have to put it in my backpack. It's just kind of, I wish they weren't in here, those little bugs. Like, I mean, I don't mind if they never add anything else to the game, if they just iron out a few of those bugs. Like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the game how it is. It's just the bugs that are a bit annoying. Like, I know people were saying like they're gonna add more stuff into it, and I believe like people were saying bow and arrows aren't actually working in here, and or aren't available at the moment. But so I don't know. I haven't needed any yet. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun in this game. I really do, and it's kind of, I honestly thought I was going to play this game alone constantly. I really didn't think I would join any squad or even play with friends. And the one day my friend was on and I jumped in with him, and then we met this guy who we basically just said, yeah, you want to stay alive, you stay with me. So he followed us, and then we met 2 other guys, and now they followed. So now we've got like this big, I think there's 12 of us now who are in the same squad, and we just kind of, a few of us knew each other prior to getting this game, but most of them we just kind of recruited. We're just like wandering around, and we're like, do you want to come with us? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then that's it. We all just wander around together. So yeah, I'm interested to see what will happen with the updates. Like I said, like if they fix the bugs, I'm happy with it how it is. I mean, I'll always take like improvements and new stuff, but that's if it works. The last thing I want them to do is like just try and add too much stuff too soon, and then the game just get even worse when it comes to the glitches and the bugs. Like, as long as it's, if they can fix out the bugs and then just add small amounts of content, don't just go for like a huge content update that's going to break the damn game again. Just, you know, fix it, make it run smooth, and then, you know, add 1 or 2 things every so often, and make sure that when they're added it doesn't cause any issues and everything runs smoothly. That would be perfect. I'd be happy with that. And give you less time, less messing around as well, because if they start adding like 50 or 60 things that you can do or make, then it's just more stuff you've kind of got to learn all together. And if they just add 1 or 2 things, you can learn them. You can go, okay, right, they've added this is how I craft it, and it's done. You know it, you can figure out how to do it. But it's took me a while to get to the point where I actually remember a lot of the crafting recipes, like the simple stuff, like fireplaces and crap like that. That's fine, but when it comes to like actual base building materials, like just knowing all the ins and outs of that and just being able to do it without having to consult some kind of guide or something, that's where it's a bit of a pain. I do use iSurvive, yes. I'm slowly getting used to like the map as it is, so like although I haven't been here before, I can get from the coast to like the airfield like no problem, as long as once I figure out where I am. But like anywhere that I haven't been, then I kind of end up lost and I have to use the map. But as for if the game's worth it, I say yes. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you want a game that's got polish, this isn't the game. I mean, oh, there we go, had a few frame rate drops then. It is buggy, it doesn't run perfectly, but it's just the pure fun of playing it that makes it worthwhile. It's kind of, I'd say it's like playing an episode of The Walking Dead. It really is. Like, the zombies or infected, whatever you want to call them, they pose little threat unless there's loads of them, just like kind of Walking Dead. And I think this is a game that would be perfect for those kind of people who like to role play, like to live out a little separate life. Because, like, I mean, we try to be nice to people and help people out. But to be fair, like, 90% of the people in this game are jerks, and I don't think they like specifically started out as jerks. I mean, when I first started playing the game, I would run up to people and be like, "Hey, how are you?" And a lot of the time they'd be relatively friendly, and then after a few or more times, like, of trying to be nice to people, and then they shoot you without any hesitation, then you just kind of get to the point where it's like, I'm not going to risk it anymore. If I see someone, I'm going to shoot them. And then that in turn means that other people who are nice end up getting shot, and then they turn more cynical and they're like, I'm just going to shoot someone, I'm not going to be nice. And then you just end up with every single person in the game just being a dick, basically. So what we do is we kind of have like a line across the map, and so when we're south of that line, we try and be nice to people, and we'll be like, hey, do you need anything, you know, like, if you want to stick with us, we can keep an eye on you until you get yourself geared up, and then you can go on your own way if you want. We kind of try and do that. But then, like, once we get north of that line, we basically just, yeah, if we see you and you come towards us, we'll kill you. We try not to chase people. Like, if I saw someone there now running across there, like from left to right or right to left, I wouldn't chase after them. I would just let them go. And if they started coming towards me, I would like aim at them and get ready to fire on them. Like, I think that's just how I want to play. That's cool. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, everybody's just trying to survive. I'll admit, I've killed a few people. I've only killed one person who kind of didn't really attack me. I just spawned, and well, I say I just spawned. I'd spawned a little while before, and I'd drank my soda and I'd ate my food, and I was struggling, and I was trying to fight some zombies to get either some food or water from them if they had something when they died. And this guy just came out of nowhere, just running straight past me with like 6 zombies aggroed on him, and then they all turned their attention to me. So I kind of fought a few of them and was slowly and then managed to get in a house and was slowly dying. And the guy was in the house in the corner, and he was injured as well, and I was like literally like on the verge of dying, and I was like, I kind of got annoyed with the fact that like he led them zombies straight to me. He probably didn't do it on purpose. So I was just like, you know what, like, if I don't get some food and water, I'm gonna die anyway. So I just kind of went up and stabbed him a few times, and he died. That's the only person I've killed who hasn't like tried to fight me. Other than that, I really only open fire on people who like pose a threat. Just before I go kill this one, I'm just making sure there's nothing else around. I don't want to have Okay. Yeah, nothing on him. I don't actually know where I am. I don't need rifle shots. I would pick up stuff to take back to the camp, but the camp is full, and until we get something to store some of this stuff in. Okay, there's another one. Looks good. So yeah, I kind of like when I get into firefights, especially with my squad, I try to be more tactical. Considering one of the guys in our squad is called Tactical, and he just charges in with no tactics whatsoever. Yeah, that's right, Tac. I said it. What are you gonna do? Oh, I'll take those there. He's not as tactical as his name would suggest. But yeah, with this game, like combat, if you take the combat slow and steady and pick your shots and you're cautious about it, you can pretty much win any gunfight without taking damage. If you just kind of think, oh, I'm going to shoot this guy, and you go like Call of Duty gung-ho, just trying to shoot as much as you can, like, oh, if I shoot 50 bullets, I'm going to hit him, it's never going to work. Like, you won't hit anything and you'll end up dead. You'll end up with like so many zombies on you. Like, it's all about thinking about what you're going to do. So like now I'm trying to get everyone to get to the point where, like, when the poop hits the fan, as it were, we, like, a few of us keep whoever we're fighting busy whilst the others flank them. It seems to work pretty well. Like, I was moving up to Starry the other day. I was heading north to meet one of the other squad mates. He was on his own, and he just ended up in a firefight up at Starry by the little military outpost. And he ended up on top of, there's like a big red barn there, and he ended up on the like catwalk of that. And there was 3 guys attacking him. And I was just down south, so I said, you know, keep him busy, I'm pushing up. And he managed to kill one, who came charging up to him, and then the other 2 were kind of waiting around down on the ground, trying to, you know, get lucky with their shots. They were just shooting at him from quite a distance away. So as I got there, I like suppressed them with some sniper fire whilst he got into a better position. Then he started suppressing them, and he managed to actually down one of them with a headshot. So he killed 2 of them, and then the other guy was just running around like trying to get a decent shot on him, but like just kept hiding. So in the end, like, I got him while he was keeping him busy. I managed to sneak around and flank him, and just one swift shot to the back of the head, and he just went down. I didn't get hit once. My friend only got hit once by the guy who's kind of crept up on him, but it works quite well. Like, just charging in shooting may kill someone at some point, but it doesn't work most of the time because you end up with zombies on you. Bullet drop. I think there is bullet drop, to be fair. Like, I'm starting to get pretty good with my sniper rifle, and I'm also pretty good at sneaking about, like, when I need to. So I usually end up pretty close to someone before I shoot, but I believe there is bullet drop. I don't think it's like as, like, I don't think the ballistics are as realistic as like other games with sniper rifles. I don't think, you know, you're gonna have to compensate for wind and the distance that much. I just think, you know, if they're at a longer distance, you have to kind of aim up. But oh, metal wire, we don't need that. But yeah, there will be, if I get into a fight, I'll hopefully be able to show you. Hopefully I won't run into too many people. I mean, I can take on 2 people. More than 2 people, I wouldn't want to risk it. 1 person should be relatively easy. If I knew where I was and if I knew I was safe, I would take a shot so you can see how the ballistics work. But yeah, with the fact that I kind of, actually speaking of that, I should probably have it out. Since like my current go-to weapon is the Mosin, like it is so loud. So if I shot it, like anyone around here would be on me in a minute. So I'd rather not shoot it, but if I have to, I will. I'm not specifically looking for anything other than a barrel. If I find, oh hello, I didn't see the priest there. I heard him and then he just kind of popped out around the corner. I nearly did a backflip. I'm gonna push over to this bench here and eat something. But yeah, when I first started playing, I was just like wandering around, staying in the open, didn't really bother me too much. The amount of people who have, you know, just surprise attacked me, and I will admit I have been killed twice by other players. That's it though. One, I was sniped and like it was literally just a headshot. I think that was in a stream. I just like boom, headshot, and I was dead. Didn't even see it coming. And actually no, I think that was the only time I've been killed by another player. I can't actually think of another time. Oh, that was it. I got into a fist fight with one. He came and attacked me while I was at the beach. Literally as I spawned next to him, so he decided to attack me, and he had a weapon and I didn't, so I died. But that's the only 2 times I've actually died to other players. Food and water is mainly what I die to, or zombies. Like I've been killed so many times when we, like as a squad, we've got into a firefight and then all the zombies kind of just aggro on us and I've ended up dying. Ouch. Yeah, I actually had something like that happen to me. I didn't die though. So I went into a barn, and while I was in there I noticed like, oh, my food was pretty low. It was on red, so I was like, right, I've got some chicken steaks, I'm gonna cook these. So the plan was to cook the chicken steaks. So I put the chicken steaks on the floor in the barn, and I went around and I just checked the area and everything was fine. So I went and got some wood, brought it into the barn because I didn't have much inventory space. So I was basically creating a campfire in the barn. And at one point I went in there and I was just crafting and I just heard a shotgun blast behind me, and someone had like obviously spawned in inside the barn and shot the one shotgun blast, completely missed me, didn't even clip me or anything. So I like legged it out of there really quick, got my gun out, and I only had like the crappy little varmint rifle, like the BK whatever it is, the single shot little pansy rifle that's like pew. That's all I had. So I pulled it out. I was like, it might be enough to just scare him off, and I was watching him moving around inside, but I hadn't heard him reload his gun, so I figured that he didn't have any ammo. So I was playing it cautiously anyway. So I started to sneak back in, and he hid in the room up the top of the stairs. So I was like, right, I'm gonna make my way up the stairs, keep my gun pointed on that location, and hopefully if he is there I can get him before he gets me. And as I got into the room, he'd logged off, he'd wimped out. But that's, I'm not sure, I don't think that's Starry, but that's the kind of barn that my friend was in the other day when we had the big firefight. But I can't tell. I think it might be daytime for a little while. I think it might have just turned day when I logged in. So I think, although actually no, it looks like it might be getting dark. Once it gets dark, I will log off for a bit and go play something else, just purely because I have a torch and everything. But there's, like, most people in this server log off at night, but the few people who don't are like obsessed with going around and just hunting. But as soon as nighttime comes, you just hear shots constantly. I think there's like a few people who take the opportunity at night to go looking for people who have. I'll take that. That'll be good to have. So yeah, they use nighttime as an opportunity to get people, like, whilst you can't see very well. Actually, I'm wondering if this is Starry. If this is Starry, I might be able to get some stuff. Oh, hello. Like, what a cat. We'll say cat. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, like, combat logging, I've seen it a few times, like people just logging out whilst in a firefight. I mean, it kind of sucks, especially when they've shot at me. I mean, I don't care if someone wants to run off. Okay, where am I? I'm not in Starry, at least. I don't think I've been here before. If I have, okay, I'm in La Patino. I have not been here. Whoa, I am so far from our base. Okay, so I'm actually not too far from Starry. The airstrip is just up the road. But I might wander around here for a little bit, see if I can find a barrel. I forgot what I was looking for then. Try and find a barrel. I know I'm looking in houses right now and there won't be any in here, but I actually do know where there's a barrel, but it belongs to someone. They're storing their stuff in it. I could potentially make my way over there. It's right next to the airstrip. So if I'm here, right, La Patino, I'm gonna head like kind of south east. Let's have a look. Okay, so if I head this way, I can hear a chicken as well. I might go get that chicken. I mean, carrying a barrel across the map sounds like a stupid idea, but as long as I don't bump into anyone, I should be fine. And to get back to our base from Starry, I think I can pretty much stay out of any open areas and just kind of follow the tree lines. So I might be able to do it. Again, if I do get it, like when I start making my way back to the base, I will probably stop streaming, because it wouldn't bother me if it was just my base, because yeah, it's just me. But if everyone else is putting the effort in to stock up our base with supplies, I don't want to have like people see this. And I know a lot of people probably won't, but some people might be dicks and go, well, I know where the base is now, I'm going to go steal some stuff. So it's a pretty well hidden base as well because of where we put it. That's not to say someone won't find it, but it's been there for a few days and nothing's been taken, so Oh, you've seen it happen. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to risk it. Like I said, I'm not. I store a few things in there, and I like if it's something I've stored, I will use it. But if like it's something that someone else has put in there, then I don't take anything else. Like we're all just kind of trying to get planks and nails, and we've got a car as well now. But I think as of last night, we only needed a wheel, I believe. So, and I'm if I can find an animal to kill, that would be great. Let me check my inventory a second. Okay, so I can got one spot there. I've got a few spots. Okay, right. So if I move these, okay, just working out how much meat I can carry if I can get a cow. I can hear cows. I believe they're cows. But yeah, like right on the other side of the air base, the airfield, there is a like a horse box, and inside that there is a barrel that someone's placed there, and that, oh crap, of course they've placed it, so I won't actually be able to pick it up, I don't think, if it's already been placed by someone. I do have one tip for anyone who does get this game or is playing anyway and doesn't know about this. If you like build your base by a pond, you can actually chuck the barrel in the center of the pond, which hides it so people can't see it, and then you can still access it and put your stuff in and take it out. Right, okay, I see cows. I'm going to assume that one quick shot from this to the face should be enough to kill a cow, and then I'm going to have to gut them quickly, and I'm going to push up to that tree line. I'm not going to head up towards the airfield, because like I was thinking, I can't actually move. Right, I can't actually move the barrel if someone's placed it. Right, before I shoot, I want to scan the area. I don't see anyone. Right, let's pick which cow gets to die. Okay. Good headshot should be enough. Right, let's did it go down? I don't think it actually went down. Is it? Which one is it? Did it go down? Yeah, it did go down. There we go. Okay, so I need to be quick with this. Because if there's anyone around here, they will have heard that shot. Sorry I missed the cow. There we go, right. Okay, so I want to take all the beef steaks I can take. Oh, is that it? Is that all I can take at the minute? Right, one sec. I'd rather have beef steaks than some of the other stuff that I've got, so I'm going to push here. Let's see, what have I got that I can drop? Okay, that sewing kit can go. I'm going to eat the tomato. Sewing kit's just kind of floating above me. I don't need a rock. I'll eat this mushroom. Making sure it was definitely just the cow that was walking around. Oh yeah, the cow noises are crazy loud anyway, like just so loud, but Okay, so those are... Oh, okay, so why wouldn't it let me pick up more? I clearly could have picked up more to put in there. It turns out I've actually got quite a lot of wolf steak still. I've got some boiled and some baked ones. But yeah, I can pick up some more beef steaks now. But it's definitely starting to get dark, so I'm gonna push for that tree line. Guts, I don't need guts. Cow pelt, no. Might as well just do it this way. Is that all of them? Nope, there's still more. What do they move? What spooked them? Was that me or was that something else? Okay, something spooked them. I think it was probably me, but I've got quite a few steaks, so I'm just gonna get out of here before any unwanted attention comes. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's turning night anyway, so once it starts to get dark I will log off, purely because it's just, yeah, it is so much easier. When we're in a group, we stay online when it's night. Like, we just we use night as a relatively easy time to travel, because one of us takes a flashlight and then everyone else just follows that person with their guns out, so if anything happens we're ready for it. But on my own, having to switch between, I do not like the headlamp that much because I can't just turn it off. Like, if I could just flick it off, that'd be great. I don't like flares because they are way too bright and draws way too much attention to you, and I don't like the flashlight because it takes too long to switch between a flashlight and your weapon. So traveling around on your own at night is just silly. Worth buying, yes, definitely worth buying. Don't expect like a polished AAA game, but for pure enjoyment, I prefer this game than anything else that I've bought recently. Actually, I prefer this game than anything else I've bought in quite a few years. It's not amazing, like it's just, it really appeals to me, I guess. Like, it's kind of like the idea of, if you like the idea of kind of living a second life in a game and trying to survive, and like I've said, it kind of reminds me of The Walking Dead. It kind of feels like I'm a character in The Walking Dead, and you know, every time you meet another person, there's a chance they're just going to kill you. Zombies, again, they don't really pose much of a threat on their own, but a few of them, you're dead. And you have to remember there's other stuff that's also going to kill you, like you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to keep your temperature regulated. You will also have other issues, like you may think, oh, I can take on one zombie. Like, one zombie is fine if you're careful, but one zombie can still jack you up. It happened to me. Like, I got cocky and I went and I fought one zombie, and then it was fine, and then I went to fight another one and it hit me just perfectly, I'm guessing, and I ended up passing out. Like, it knocked me out with one hit, and that was it. I was dead. Like, it just, while I was passed out on the floor, it just ripped me to shreds. So, like, yeah, it's a very demanding game. Like, it's not like other survival games where you kind of, you level up your character. So yes, you're going to get bullied when you're starting out and you're like level 1 to 5 and everybody else is level 40. There's no leveling, so like as soon as you spawn, you're on the same level playing field as everyone else. It just depends on what you can actually find, which is kind of refreshing, really, because you know, like, it's just based on what you've managed to find and what you've, like, your skill, really. You know, you're not going to have like an advantage over people unless you actually work for that advantage, and that advantage can be taken away in a split second if you get killed. So I like it. Yeah, I really like this game. I don't even know where I'm going, you know. I'm just kind of wandering around. I need to find a road or something that I can figure out where I am. But yeah, it is getting dark, so I'll probably be logging off soon. Go play something else for half an hour, well, an hour while night time's on, and then probably pop back on it. In an hour everyone will probably be on anyway, so I'll probably end up playing with everyone else. Kind of, I really want to know how many people are in here, but if I click into it to check, it will show what server I'm on, and I don't want to risk it. So I don't know how many people are in the server. Will they be adding helicopters? You mean crashed helicopters? If you mean like the crashed helicopters that you can loot, they are already in it. Like you just have to find one. We looted one. We've looted 2 yesterday, I think. So like there'll always be at least one on the map, I think. And flyable, nah, there's no way they're gonna add helicopters into the game. That just seems like a stupid idea. No, I personally don't think it's a good idea. I think the idea of having like a car is great to get around in, but it's vulnerable. If you're driving a car and someone opens fire on it, you can still get killed. If you've got a helicopter flying through the sky, you're practically invincible. Plus the game, like, if you're driving a car, you basically, through a town, you want to stay at around 20 miles an hour. Out of town, maybe 40 max. Otherwise you just fly everywhere and the game can't keep up, and then you die. So a helicopter would be horrible in this game. Obviously I know, like, on the PC, like the mod version, like not standalone, I think there was helicopters and other stuff in that, which maybe they worked okay in that, but like I wouldn't like them. I think it would be crazy if there was helicopters. It would probably ruin the game for me, because like I said, the idea of a car, like, people can ambush you if you're in a car. Like, if you're in a helicopter, you could easily just fly around high above people, and it's likely that the ground or the trees wouldn't render in if you were high enough, but the people would, so you could just literally see where everyone is without them being able to touch you. It would just be a nightmare. That's my opinion anyway. Like, I personally get a bit fed up on like Ark or something, when you've got people who are in like Quetzals just flying around the map, and it's like you can't do anything because the Quetzal is freaking huge and it just sponges damage. So they just kind of invincible at that point. They just fly around destroying what they want, taking what they want, and it just does my head in. But in this game, yeah, helicopters would be a nightmare, I think. There's a few things I would like to see, but nothing like that. Like, I would love to see some stats, like current life and like lifetime stats. That would be good. So like, as you're playing, it's kind of like, you know, oh, this character has been alive for this many hours, they've fired this many rounds, you've killed this many zombies, just so you can kind of like try and compete against yourself or your friends, just something like that. It's like, oh, you know, My friend Dave has had a character that was alive for 3 days and killed 3 people. Let's see if I can stay alive for 4 days and kill 4 people, kind of thing. It would be kind of fun just to know how you've progressed each life. So I think this guy that I'm playing as now has been alive for about 5 days now, which is probably my longest life. And I'll be honest, the only reason he is still alive, I'd always take knives, I need them all the time. The only reason he is still alive is mainly because I did kill one person who tried firing on me, and I managed to kill him, and he had a ton of food on him. So like, I've managed to keep myself alive for a few days, get myself built up with all of that food. And then, do we need a screwdriver for building our base? I can't remember. I'm not sure if I want to take it, or what ammo is this? Oh, I'll take that. I'll always take Mosin ammo. I'm going to take the screwdriver just in case. Oh no, I can only take it to my hands, so that means my inventory's full, so I'm not going to bother. And my head torch is oh, it's not got batteries in. My head torch is red, like it glows red, which is something I didn't know was in the game, like different colour bulbs. But okay, there's a few infected there, so I'm going to push around here. This is the thing, it's all like one infected, you can just go take them out relatively easy, but if there's more than one in a specific area, just avoid them. I think I'm kind of heading back west now, which might be good. I think our base is sort of north from like here, so if I head, actually, well, I don't actually know where I am. Our base is like right up the top of the map anyway, so we were thinking, you know, where should we build? We wanted to build away from anywhere. Like, the only reason anyone would come up there is to look for a base, really, which means that if there is anyone around, we know to just shoot them. Like, we were contemplating building on one of the islands, but the problem is, like, they're like right at the bottom of the map, so we would have to drag the stuff all the way down. And although a lot of the people who were around there would be like fresh spawns, I do kind of think it would be found too easily. I think although it would be easier to defend when we're all online, like when we're offline, like people would find it way too quick and way too easy. So that's why we just kind of opted for right at the top of the map, nowhere near anything. And yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna hold out in here until morning and hope that no one's in here when I come back on. Right, let's get my gun out, so when I come back in I will have it in my hands, and I am going to log out here. Right, so I will I might be back streaming later. Nothing really happened in this stream, sorry about that, it was a bit boring, but oh well. That's something that happens in this game. Sometimes you get in and you get into fight after fight after fight, and it's just exhilarating, and then other times like nothing happens. But oh, 1 second, so I had my gun in my hand and now I have my compass in my hand. That should be fine. I think it's just an issue. I might relog in a second just to make sure that I've still got my gun in my hand, and that, like, yeah. But yeah, like when the poop hits the fan, as I said earlier, like when it all kicks off, like you get like your heart pounds in this game, like mine does at least, and it's the same with most of my team, because like it's it's not like, you know, Call of Duty or those other games where, so you know, someone shoots you, you come back to life, you go shoot them back. Like once you're dead, you're dead, and it's this adrenaline that just kicks in that I don't really get in other games. I sometimes get it in Dead by Daylight when like I'm either like the killer and the gates are open or something, and I'm just trying to catch that last person, and like that is when I get it. And also like if I'm the last survivor and I can see the killer and I'm just trying to get to the gate, and it's just that adrenaline that kicks in, that excitement, and like it's nerve-wracking. Like I get that constantly in this game when I'm fighting other people. That's the only time you get it, really. But yeah, so I'm gonna head off, and if none of my squad are online later, then I will probably stream again. I don't usually stream when I'm with my squad because we usually chat, and like, yeah, like I kind of, although I could probably ask their permission and ask if it's okay if I stream, like if people forget that they're streaming, like I don't know, like one of them's always talking about his genitals, and I'm just like, I don't really want to be streaming that crap. and like you get the kind of guyish banter, which is sort of like I wouldn't really want to have on my stream, because I try and keep my streams, I try and avoid swearing or anything like that, so it's kind of, I wouldn't really stream when I'm with them, but I don't know, we'll see. So dab. Yeah, so you get it. Like, just guys being dudes, yeah. No, like not in a medical problem or anything. Like he'll be like, so like I was saying about like the adrenaline, and he's like, oh yeah, when I get into a firefight, it goes, my wiener goes like completely flaccid, like the smallest it can be. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to know. Like, I'm guessing that's a thing. Like when the adrenaline kicks in, does your wiener shrink? I don't know. He's gonna get pissed at me if he sees this. I don't care. I'm like, no, mine doesn't shrink. Mine gets, I get so excited that mine goes the opposite direction. No, I'm just playing. Like so it's just kind of like, yeah, like the kind of really like guyish banter that you kind of expect from just guys. Like we're not anything mean. Like we'll just kind of wind each other up, like constantly. We're constantly blaming the one guy. Every time something goes south, we constantly blame the one guy. Even if he's not online, we blame him. We'll say it's his fault, and he just gets sick of it, and he'll be like, oh, screw you guys, and like all of that. And we're like, and then like we just constantly wind him up. So it is kind of fun, but again, like I don't really want to be sharing that, like any kind of personal stuff, or you'll make notes during your knitting hand. Yeah, like what actually happens to your genitals when you get into a fight. Like let's work it out. Let's measure prior to a fight, during a fight. Oh, what the hell has this devolved into? Oh. But yeah, now it's night time. I'm gonna head off. Like I said, if no one else is on from our squad, then I will probably stream again later. If anyone's on and I join them, then I will likely I will likely not stream. So we will see. But like I will occasionally keep streaming this game, since people seem to like watching it. For some reason, you're nuts to me. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think I'm going to go get some food now as well, because I'm hungry. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you next time.